chose to do my company on Yum Brands Inc. And Yum Brands Inc. is based out of Louisville, Kentucky, and it is the second largest restaurant company in the world. It has 41,000 restaurants. It's located in 125 different countries, and it is number 216 on the Fortune 500 list. Yum Brands Inc. has revenue of more than $13 billion, and they open up an average of 5 restaurants per day. Yum Brands Inc. is made up of KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. It used to have more restaurants, but after it's split with PepsiCo, it just has those 3 restaurants now. In 2014, Yum Brands Inc. had a total assets of $8.345 billion. It had a total of $6.732 billion in liabilities. And after I was looking at the comparative balance sheet between 2013 and 2014, I noticed in 2013, the company's assets had increased due to an increase in the amount of goodwill that they had. And I also noticed that in 2013, the amount of liabilities had increased because of the amount that they used in short-term borrowing. In 2015, of the second quarter, Yum Brands Inc. had a reported EPS of 0.53 cents. In 2014, they had an EPS of 73 cents. The report indicated that there was a negative 28% change between the 2 years. As an investor, it is important to know a company's EPS. Every company has a different number of shares owned by the public, so companies they need to know not only the earnings, the company's figures, because a company's earnings figures does not indicate how much money each company made for each of its shares. Also, once a company once they have their income, they can decide what they want to do with it. They have 2 options. 1, they can either distribute it to its shareholders, or 2, they can put that money back in and try to improve their product, or they can try to invest in different things like land, equipment, depending on the business, and which could potentially create more earnings in the future for its shareholders. But as a shareholder, it's really important to know what exactly the company is planning on doing with your money. And investors care about a company's earnings because they drive the stock prices. If a company's earnings are really high, then that means that their stock prices are generally going to be high. And if a company's earnings are really low, that means that their stock prices are generally going to be really low. So I've had to choose which competitor for Yum Brands Inc. and I chose McDonald's. And the reason I chose McDonald's is because it's actually the biggest competition that they have, because they are the leading global food service and retailer in the whole entire world. So in 2014, McDonald's had an EPS, and it was $4.82. And they just are very competitive because they also have a lot of restaurants in different countries, and they just compete with Yum Brands Inc. globally. And once again, a key indicator of a company's financial position is a company's earnings per share. It's very important, like I said, as an investor, to look at a company's EPS when you're determining if you're going to invest in the company or not. A company's EPS is calculated by the company's profit, and it is divided by the number of outstanding shares that the company has. So that is my presentation on Yum Brands Inc.